the secret color palette of the ultra-wealthy. Fast fashion speaks in loud tones. True wealth? It speaks in hushed ones. There's a reason the richest women gravitate toward specific hues. They aren't random, and they aren't trendy. Their choices are rooted in psychology, history, and quiet signals of influence that most people never notice. Think about it. Your closet may be filled with beautiful clothes, but sometimes it still feels like something is missing. That missing piece isn't more shopping. It's alignment. Alignment with colors that don't just flatter you, but tell the world, without saying a word, that you understand value at its deepest level. By the time we finish, you won't just understand the palette, you'll feel the difference it makes in your own sense of presence. And yes, there's a quiet surprise waiting at the end, designed just for you. Number 1, why billionaires avoid bright white. Bright white once carried powerful symbolism. In ancient Rome, it was the mark of senators and nobility, a color that meant purity and untouchable status. Later, during the Victorian era, only the wealthiest could afford crisp white garments because they demanded constant laundering and upkeep. In short, white used to scream exclusivity. But times have shifted. Today, bright white often feels sterile, more clinical than inviting. Think about the difference between hospital sheets and a warm ivory sweater. One feels cold, the other feels like home. Psychology research from the Journal of Environmental Psychology even shows that stark, pure whites are perceived as impersonal, while softer whites are linked with calmness and trust. And trust is a currency the truly wealthy never undervalue. That's why billionaires rarely reach for optical white. Instead, their closets lean toward soft white, ivory, pearl, or cream. These shades still convey refinement, but with warmth. They don't shout, they whisper. They suggest longevity, thoughtfulness, and ease, the very qualities wealth protects. For you, this means rethinking some wardrobe staples. A bright white button-down can feel harsh against the skin, but swap it for an ivory blouse, and suddenly it softens your features, blending effortlessly with pearls, gold jewelry, or even denim. It's a small change, but it instantly shifts how others read your presence, and more importantly, how you feel in your own skin. Number 2, muted colors and the psychology of discretion. Muted colors carry a quiet strength. Soft taupes, gentle olives, smoky blues. These shades don't beg for attention, yet they leave a lasting impression. They signal restraint, and with restraint comes depth. You're not dressing to impress anyone. You're dressing to reflect a sense of self that doesn't need applause to be validated. Oversaturated colors, on the other hand, can unintentionally send the opposite message. Neon pinks, sharp reds, or electric blues tend to register as look at me signals. Psychologists studying color perception at the University of Rochester found that bright, high-saturation colors are linked with heightened arousal and attention-seeking behavior. That's why muted colors feel so different. They lower the temperature, inviting people to engage with you rather than react to you. Think of a professional meeting. A muted slate gray dress paired with soft gold jewelry communicates authority without aggression. Or a casual brunch, dusty rose or sage green feels approachable, thoughtful, and warm. These are colors that tell a subtle story about who you are without ever speaking it aloud. Influential women understand this well. Queen Letizia of Spain, Michelle Obama, and Meghan Markle have all been praised for their muted wardrobes. The common thread? Their palettes reflect intentional living, choosing not what dazzles for the moment, but what carries meaning for the long term. Muted colors, in essence, create space for your character, your intelligence, and your presence to lead the conversation. Number 3, why primary colors are rare in high-net circles. Primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, carry an unmistakable energy, but that energy often feels juvenile. From children's toys to fast food branding, these shades are rooted in mass appeal. They feel playful, yes, but rarely sophisticated. That's why in high-net circles, they almost disappear. The challenge with primaries is their lack of subtlety. A bright cobalt dress may stand out, but it leaves little room for nuance. Styling becomes rigid because primaries don't layer well with other tones. They announce themselves, and in doing so, they limit the conversation your clothes can have with the rest of your wardrobe. Psychologically, primaries project novelty. They catch the eye quickly, but fade just as fast, whereas true wealth gravitates toward heritage, colors that feel rooted, timeless, and quietly confident. This is why in professional environments, a sharp red or pure yellow can feel abrasive, even clashing with the calm sophistication expected in high-level circles. So, what's the alternative? Jewel tones. Think burgundy instead of red, sapphire instead of blue, mustard or ochre instead of yellow. These shades preserve vibrancy but add layers of richness. They don't just stand out, they endure, carrying elegance that respects both presence and tradition. Number 4. Deep neutrals. The unspoken code of legacy families. Deep neutrals, charcoal, espresso, navy, forest green, have long been tied to legacy families and heritage houses. Historically, these shades dominated traditional tailoring, fine wool coats, and heirloom furniture. They're the colors of permanence, passed down through generations, signaling stability that outlasts trends. These tones carry weight because they are rooted in tradition and wisdom. Where bright hues speak of immediacy, deep neutrals whisper of patience. They suggest a life measured not by impulse, but by intention. That's why families with old wealth consistently lean into them. They become visual shorthand for continuity and trust. The beauty of deep neutrals is that they create presence without noise. A navy blazer doesn't scream for attention, yet it quietly commands it. An espresso handbag looks understated, but it signals discernment. Even in casual wear, like dark olive knits or deep brown boots, these colors give everyday moments a subtle sophistication. But not all neutrals are created equal. A flat black may look harsh, almost lifeless, while a rich black with depth, achieved in quality fabrics, feels refined. The difference lies in tone and texture. True wealth leans into richness, ensuring every shade carries warmth, depth, and longevity. Number 5. Taupe, the most misunderstood symbol of old money. Taupe is one of those colors many people dismiss at first glance. To the untrained eye, it seems plain, even boring. But in the language of old money, taupe holds quiet authority. Its subtle mix of gray and brown makes it neither warm nor cool, but something in between. An in-between that speaks of balance and refinement. What makes taupe sophisticated is its complexity. Unlike bold shades that immediately declare themselves, taupe draws you in slowly. It has layers that shift under different light, echoing calmness and stability. It suggests confidence without vanity, a quality deeply associated with families who value tradition over spectacle. In styling, taupe becomes a harmonizer. It softens black, warms up white, and balances stronger colors like burgundy or navy. Think of a taupe cashmere coat. It grounds an outfit while still allowing jewelry, handbags, or shoes to shine. In interiors, heritage estates often use taupe walls and upholstery because it creates serenity while showcasing art and antiques without distraction. When paired well, say with ivory silk, muted gold accessories, or deep forest green, taupe's quiet power is undeniable. It's not a color that begs to be noticed. Instead, it rewards those who pay attention, making it a timeless symbol of understated wealth. Number 6. How monotone dressing signals control. Monotone dressing, wearing a single color or variations of the same shade, has long been a quiet marker of authority. Repetition in palette suggests discipline, confidence, and clarity. It says you know who you are, and you're not afraid to streamline. There's also a practical beauty in this approach. Psychologists studying decision fatigue note that reducing daily choices frees mental energy for higher-level thinking. That's why many influential figures, from Carolina Herrera in her crisp whites to Victoria Beckham's monochrome ensembles, favor a consistent palette. It isn't limitation, it's focus. Visually, monotone creates cohesion. An all-navy outfit lengthens the body, an all-cream look radiates serenity, and head-to-toe black projects authority. The eye takes in the whole person, rather than being distracted by competing tones. This unity often reads as powerfully intentional, even when the garments themselves are simple. But monotone dressing does carry a caution. Too much uniformity can feel flat, even distant. The solution lies in texture and tone. A beige silk blouse with wool trousers and suede shoes, same color family, different depths, keeps the look alive. That balance preserves the clarity of monotone while allowing your personality to quietly breathe through. Number 7. Why certain beige tones are reserved for private spaces. Beige has always been linked with calm and grounding. Soft sand, oatmeal, and warm stone shades create a sense of quiet comfort, which is why they dominate luxury interiors, spas, and wellness retreats. Psychologists note that these hues lower stress levels, making them perfect for personal environments where restoration matters most. But not all beige tones translate well into public wardrobes. Pale or flat beiges can wash out the skin, leaving outfits looking lifeless rather than refined. In professional or social settings, these lighter beiges often lack the strength to communicate presence. That's why women of wealth tend to keep them for private retreats, bedroom linens, lounge sets, cashmere robes, places where the goal is comfort, not projection. This reflects an important truth. Color is relational. What soothes at home doesn't always elevate in public. Women with refined taste understand the difference, separating their public elegance from their private retreat tones. For your wardrobe, the key is intention. Choose deeper, warmer beiges like camel or biscuit for outerwear, handbags, or trousers. Save the softer, muted sands for your personal sanctuary. In doing so, you'll create harmony between the environments where you restore and the ones where you rise. Number 8. The soft power of desaturated blues and greens. Desaturated blues and greens carry a rare balance of strength and calm. These tones, think dusty teal, slate blue, or sage, evoke wisdom and trust. Psychologists often link them with stability, which is why they're favored in spaces where clear thinking matters most. Their roots in nature add to their grounding energy. Soft blue mirrors the sky, while muted green recalls forests, both colors proven to lower stress levels and ease tension in high-pressure settings. It's no surprise that leaders and diplomats often wear them during negotiations. They project reliability without aggression. For you, these hues can quietly shape how others experience your presence. A slate blue blouse in a meeting suggests composure. A sage green dress at dinner feels warm yet assured. Integrated into your wardrobe through knits, blazers, or accessories, they act as subtle signals of calm authority, strength that never needs to raise its voice. Bonus point: the hidden link between color harmony and inner calm. Harmony in colors often mirrors harmony in life. When your wardrobe flows in tones that feel balanced, it's not just fashion, it's a reflection of how you choose to move through the world. Wealthy women understand this instinctively, which is why their palettes rarely clash. Their wardrobes, homes, and even their daily routines echo the same principle: alignment over excess. This is more than elegance, it's emotional grounding. A closet filled with colors that calm rather than overwhelm creates a sense of peace every time you get dressed. It's the quiet confidence of knowing your choices reflect your inner state, not just external expectations. And since you stayed until the end, here's the heart of it. When your wardrobe resonates with your inner calm, you're not simply wearing clothes. You're living inside your own harmony. That's the true secret behind the palettes of lasting wealth. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. It means more than you know. If you've reached this point, write the phrase quiet power in the comments so I know you're part of this circle of women choosing depth over noise. If this video spoke to you, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps this community grow. Another video, handpicked for you, is waiting on your screen right now. I'll be back tomorrow with more insights on elegance and self-growth.